Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. Today we're going to play probably a handful of missions from the anniversary event. Just let me set my things on my end and then we can get started. Also today we got a brand new time capsule that launched. We got the Paradox time capsule, which brought us a whole bunch of emblems. Hello Karen. It brought us the Paradox emblems. And it also brought us the Batman the Red Death set of gear. Hello, Wolfsbane mod. So there we go. We should be good to go. Oh yeah. A guy called George. I know a lot of Georges, so you're gonna have to be more specific. Now let's go to the watchtower. Ah, he's so sweet. Well, right now it's getting a bit harder for me to keep track of everyone who watches the stream. I have like almost 2,000 subscribers. So I know it seems easy for you guys. There's only one of me for you guys to remember. For me, there's a lot of you guys to remember. If I play a lot with some of you, I'll find it easier to remember you than if I just see you once. Sorry, it kind of works like that. The last stream, basically, for some reason the PlayStation went down, and when I tried to start playing again, it just wouldn't work. So basically, I was disconnected while I was doing the stream, and then I couldn't get the stream started again. So basically, right now, what I've been doing for a few days, at least for about a week, is that I've been trying to farm the anniversary event missions. There's a few things that I'm trying to do. I'm trying to. I've actually completed the exobyte style of this character. I'll take a look. Keep an eye out for an upcoming video where I'm going to show the exobyte style. But also, I would like to purchase. Ideally, I would like to try and purchase the anti-monitor style as well.
Bravely went into the battlefield to try and revert citizens who have been turned into antimatter.
That's the Ultraman cape, or the Kryptonian cape. What's the actual name?
And revert those who have already been turned. We need to take the antimatter technology away from the Cordians.
A hero, it would have to be Batman. A villain, I guess I would have to say Dr. Doom. Okay, so the actual name is the Ultra Kryptonian Cape. Oh, someone is trying to tell me something. Nice little Damian Wayne. Oh, and we have someone who has the actual exobyte suit. He's still missing the gloves, I guess, and maybe the back piece. Yeah. So basically, one of my next video will be that style. I've managed to purchase it all from our old friend here. As you can see, I purchased the entire style here. Now I'm going to need to purchase the Inertron style, which is the anti-monitor style. So I don't have that just yet. And I would like to purchase one more crypto, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it, at least not with this character. So let's start with the daily mission. Actually, all we can really do today are the daily missions. So once I manage to gather more styles from the time capsules, I will try to make a follow-up video about those. But sadly, unless I actually went and purchased like 100 time capsules, there's not much I can do right now. I'm gonna have to farm for time capsules, and hopefully before long, I should be able to make some extra video about the time capsules. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see for that. So in order to be able to get everything from the time capsules, it'll take a while. And even worse, then I'm gonna have to try and craft some of the enhanced version of the emblems or the enhanced version for the style. So it will take a while. Although I couldn't help but notice that pretty much everyone seems to be trying to make a quick buck with them time capsules because the marketplace is flooded with the broker is flooded with time capsules items. And some of them are ridiculous. Like there's someone who's asking like 75 million for an emblem. No emblems is worth that much. Just so you know, I play on the US servers. So if you're hoping to play with me and you play on the European servers, sadly, it won't be an option.
You will not stand in the way of my
Let's summon our little friends and let's get started. And also, for those of you who may not know, I've started a second channel. As you may have noticed, I was starting to make videos in French, but it did create a whole bunch of confusion, and it was I would have ended up spamming the channel with a lot of new French videos because there's a lot of videos that I've already made in English that I could quickly translate into French videos. So instead of flooding the channel with a whole bunch of French videos that probably wouldn't interest everyone, I went and decided to make a second channel. It's going to be a bit challenging, like already feeding one channel is a bit of a challenge. Feeding two channels will be extra challenging. Yeah, I suspect you. Well, if you're the guy selling the emblem, of course, 75 million is a decent price. I'm not sure anyone is going to buy it at that price, though. So let's see what we got in the box. Oh, we didn't get any collections. We're supposed to get a chance to possibly get a collection from those boxes, from even the daily boxes, but sadly, more often than not, there's no collections in there. Like Sunday and Monday, I was like for 2 days straight, almost I didn't get any collections. So that was for the first part. So sadly, those missions only give a few. No, those missions only give a few quarks currency. So it's really going to take the weekly missions in order to be able to get any real currencies. I guess if you do the missions daily, it adds up. Sooner or later, we'll get all the currency. Well, maybe not that we'll get a whole bunch of currency we need, but it will take a while. And I don't think I'm going to be able to purchase everything I want. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. Which one? This one? This one allows me to break up. Break out, I should say. $10 million, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Although I'm not familiar with the prices on the European servers. Oh, I guess I've attracted the big guy. So for the trinkets, basically I have a breakout trinket, I have a supply drop trinket, I have an orbital strike trinket, and I have a backup trinket.
Look out!
If there's only one available, then I'm not surprised. Basically, it's supply and demand. If no one is selling it and a lot of people are trying to buy it, of course the prices will be driven up. If a lot of people are selling it and no one is buying it, the prices will go down. Like right now, if you want to purchase some of the Red Death pieces of gear, you can get some pieces from even less than 200,000. I saw some as low as 150,000, and I didn't even look that much. I just took a quick look at the prices right now, and some of those go. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the day or halfway through the day, if we see some for less than 100,000. Because I guess right now everyone is trying to sell the items they got from the time capsules. So since a lot of people are trying to sell, the prices are taking a nosedive. But the prices will probably stabilize after a day or two. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see for that. And the back piece looks really cool. I didn't see it in game just yet, but I saw the live stream that Meps and SJ did. And if you guys wanted a Batman aura, it's not like a bat aura. It's not quite that, but it's as close as we've got so far. And I'm wondering if they were able to make that back piece for the Red Death Batman character, I have to wonder if they're going to be able to make a bat aura at some point. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see for that. So either it's a baby steps towards maybe getting a bat aura at some point, or maybe this is the only sort of bat aura we'll ever get. Only time will tell, I suppose. So if we're lucky, we should get at least a few time capsules today. So I should be able to open a few time capsules later during the stream. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see for that.
Continue gathering antimatter, my minions. Soon I will be strong enough to consume.
I guess our friend doesn't realize we have to take the shield out first.
Back to base ASAP.
I don't think they'll add new events. The next event should be the Starro event. And also, from what we can understand, people weren't too crazy about events, which is why they pretty much transformed. The Riddle with Crime was supposed to be an event, and at some point they decided to switch from an event to an actual DLC, because I think people didn't like event all that much, or maybe events didn't perform as well as they expected them to be. So I don't expect we'll get any new events, but I wouldn't be surprised if they make a DLC at some point. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Although making a DLC is time consuming, and they have to start doing those a long time ahead of time. As opposed to making a Red Death style, they probably can make a style fairly quickly. So for them deciding to have a Red Death style to match with the Dark Knight's Metal event, that probably was quicker and easier than trying to make an actual DLC or an actual event around that. So basically, in order to be able to match with the Dark Knight's Metal, they can have a new Red Death set of gear. They can have a whole bunch of new emblems, and all of that should be fairly easy enough to do in a relatively short amount of time. So, but I don't really expect, unless they decide to make a full-fledged DLC at some point, I don't expect to see an actual event for the Dark Knight's Metal. So, so sadly again, I don't think I'm going to be able to purchase anything. Sadly, even if we do all the dailies, as you can see, we only get a handful of Guardian crowns. Oh well. Oh, but I guess I could show you a quick sneak peek. Not sure if I'm going to the right base. We'll see. But yeah, of course, 75 million for an emblem. Someone took some crazy pills. I could have sworn I had. Oh well. So I finally was able to get the full style, although I'm not sure why I didn't have the chest equipped. Let's do just that. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe the next DLC will be that. We don't have any information about the upcoming DLC, so that could be an option. So here we are. We have the complete Exobyte Origin style. I'm going to make a proper video about it, but I thought you guys might want to have a look. So now the next challenge with this style will be to craft the enhanced version of the style, but sadly that's gonna take a while. Usually I come here then I sell the collections I had, but I didn't gather any, so won't be really anything to sell. But let's take a quick look at. So as you can see, we can. Let's take a look. So these are the bats that you can have floating behind your character. And this is the enhanced version, so you can see the swirly energy thingy. I didn't realize that we could actually sell the enhanced version, so that's nice. So you can see lots of people are trying to sell their plants. The modes are pretty expensive right now. Like the cheapest I saw were like 600,000 or something. So and you need a lot of modes in order to be able to craft. Oui, tu peux, mais idéalement, si tu as des questions, je les poserai sur ma chaîne en français. Va sur une de mes vidéos en français, pose ta question là, comme ça je vais être sûr de ne pas l'oublier. Bonjour. So you can see the belt is 300,000. And you can see there's a lot of people trying to sell their items. The chest piece is still 6 million, so if you're lucky enough to get one of those, you should be able to make... Hello, Zod. Do I have to kneel? If you say I have to kneel, it's okay. You're Zod. So the gloves also were pretty cheap last I checked. 300,000. The price went up a bit to 280. So, so usually the prices go down, go down, go down, and then towards the end of the day they start going back up a bit, and they end up a bit higher than they started the day at. But you can see most of the styles is fairly cheap at this point. Of course, as more and more people try to sell the style, the price should go down a bit. Also, as demand, as time goes by, the demand will go down. So as the demand goes down, the prices should go down also a bit. Although you can see, like for the shoulders, if you're lucky enough, there, you can still get the about 750 for the shoulders. Unless there's some more at a cheaper price. Oh yeah, it's still keep going down. For the so as you can see for the shoulders, 390. Je vais essayer de faire une vidéo là-dessus, Stracy. Pour le Red Hood, j'ai déjà une vidéo en anglais. Je vais faire la traduction. Pour les loot rares, je vais voir ce que je peux faire. So the thing we really want is the Vortex box, which is the back piece. It's still about 6 million, 5. But again, as days go by, the price should go down at least a bit. Well, I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. So we made the missions with this little guy here. So let's do a bit of switcheroo, and let's switch to another character. So basically, I'm trying to farm for marks with a handful of characters because I'm trying to get a crypto for my Supergirl. I'm trying to get a crypto for my Superman. I'm trying to get what else? I'm trying to get the anti-monitor style for my Dark Multiverse, and I'm trying to get the anti-monitor style for my Superboy Prime. And let's play with Superboy Prime for a bit. So basically, for what I've been doing since the new anniversary event started, is that I've been pretty much doing the anniversary missions with at least a handful of characters, pretty much daily. I may have skipped a day or two, but ideally I'm trying to do them every day. And as you can see, I only have a couple of pieces for the anti-monitor style for our friend Superboy, but sooner or later maybe I'll get it all. We'll see. So let's go to the Hall of Doom. I haven't shown in the Hall of Doom how you can gain access to the mission, I think. So that should be good to know for at least some people. So the portal is right next to the Gang War portal. So let's grab all the mission here. And let's go through the portal. I should have taken some time to make a video for each individual mission. Sadly, I couldn't make as many videos as I usually do. And also, there were a few videos that changed my plans. Like, basically, I didn't expect the time capsules today. So that changed my plans a bit.
Some scientists ran into the invasion zone trying to be heroic by reverting civilians who had been turned into antimatter. Morons. However, we do need people to take things from, so grab one of the devices near the terminal and get out there.
So as you can see, the pieces are a little expensive for the gear. So I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to get the whole set before the event ends. I guess we'll have to wait and see for that.
Time is over. Go steal antimatter technology away from the Guardians. Once the tech is in our hands, I can develop a way to find.
So again, I'll start with the daily mission, and also the portal is right here. It took me I don't know 15 minutes of flying around the city to try and find the portal. At some point, I was starting to think that maybe we heroes and villains were both using the same portal, and then somehow I hadn't seen that the portal was right here. Also, for this character, I'm usually sticking to playing as a tank. And I know I didn't make many videos as a tank character, so I guess a quick tank 101 would be with an ice tank. With the ice tank, it's really simple in the sense that if you really want, all you can really do, if you want to, is to just cycle through your shields. As you can see in my loadout, I have like 3 shields, and I can, hello Alan, and I can pretty much, if I'm fighting like a very tough enemy, I can just cycle through my shields and pretty much survive for as long as I need to. Against smaller enemies like that, 1 shield is more than enough. So you even odds are I should probably switch to DPS. Or if you really wanted to, you could have, let's say, 2 armories for your tank. You could have an armory for when you're fighting bosses, where you have like half a dozen shields in your loadout. And you could have a tank loadout with only 1 shield and a few other various abilities. I don't use lift, so I didn't really notice. Singularity, I didn't see any difference. If it makes extra damage, it's not that much extra. So I really didn't notice any. I haven't seen any noticeable difference. So if they are better, I just didn't notice. Personally, I was doing fine with Quantum even before they supposedly improved those abilities. So maybe that's why I'm not noticing any difference. I was doing fine before, and I'm still doing fine now. So I don't know. I didn't really notice a difference per se. Oh yeah, but right now it's really expensive. It's like 100. It's over 100 million right now. Yeah, I know, but force of habit, I clear out the whole level, even if I don't need them. I started doing that when I started doing the map, and now I understood the ads you meant. There is this, basically the mission you take in the Hall of Doom, you have to defeat a certain amount of Guardians. And sometimes I needed to defeat 1 or 2 Guardians on the side in order to be able to complete that mission. But then I fell into the habit of just defeating them all. So I guess if you're red, you're dead. On the map, I mean. I know there are some player nuts. There are players who want to kill every single red dot on the map, and there are players who only want to kill the red dots that they really have to. If they don't have to kill them, they don't want to take the time to actually defeat them. Sometimes I do a bit of both. Sometimes I'll only kill the mobs that I need to. Sometimes I clear the whole map. It's I don't know, a case by case scenario, I suppose. And here we're going to summon all our friends, because we can. But yeah, Defib, you're right. I didn't have to defeat all the ads, but I decided to. Oh, I have a lot of those, but I don't use them. I usually try to save them for the event, and most of the time I end up not even using them. Although there's some of them also, I'm not sure if it's the bombs or... there's one of the thingy that we actually need to be able to do some crafting. So I'll probably save those to do some crafting. Yeah, more chances for Paradox Capsules, more chances for Ant Metal, and all that good stuff. So basically, if you're fighting a tough enemy like this one, actually, not even this one. I'll try to show you Oh, my spell points? Very few spell points. Skill points. I'll show them to you in just a bit. Oh, you got scammed? I'm very sorry about that, Robbie. That's why I always tell people, don't trade with people you don't know. Sadly, if you're trading with people you don't know, you're pretty much looking for trouble. You really shouldn't do that. I'm very sorry, Robbie, you got scammed.
Ever heard the term breakneck speeds?
So for the skill points, this little guy doesn't have all that many. I have 113. It's more than I thought. I didn't think I had that many. So let's see if we get something good in the box. Let's go for the belt. Oh, we did get a collection. No, that's my account. I have a lot of characters. But I do have 2 accounts. That's okay. I understand that not everyone has many characters, and even more, not everyone has 2 accounts.
Minions must perfect the technology to dampen the exobites. Clear any obstacles to my arrival.
Well, the Red Death is seems to be one of the more popular characters in the Dark Knight's Metal. Heck, even some of you guys keep on asking me about videos about the Red Death. So I can see why they went with the Red Death. Fans really seem to enjoy that style. So I wasn't really surprised or shocked. Ah, thank you, Robbie.
Every earthling you convert into antimatter is another morsel of energy.
But you never know, Alan. Maybe they'll make some more. Maybe they'll make some more Dark Knight Metal styles in the future. We're gonna have to wait and see for that. Like, if speculation, if they were to make, let's say, a Dark Knight's Metal DLC, then like they did with Earth 3, they gave us the All-Man set of gear and the Johnny Quick set of gear. So they could give us, let's say, a Dark Knight's Metal DLC with 2 other Dark Knight Metals set of gear. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see for that. But I'm not surprised that they gave us the Red Death first. It seems to be by far the favorite of a lot of fans. A lot of fans have been asking for videos about that style, and so I'm not surprised if they went with that. The Batman who laughs would be a good idea because it's one of the styles that's harder. Like, you can reproduce some of the styles. You can reproduce a pretty good version of the Dawnbreaker. Heck, you could even reproduce a pretty good version of the Red Death. But the man who laughs, the Batman who laughs, that one is a bit trickier. So yeah, if they were to add that style to the game, that would be a good idea. Although we should have the Dark Knight's Metal emblems, I suppose, soon. My guess is maybe we'll get them tomorrow, but I guess we're gonna have to wait and see for that. There's a lot of henchman trinket that they could add. But sadly, when they do, they add them as some ultra rare items in the log boxes, or they'll add them as a ultra rare reward in like Elite or something. So I'm not really sure if I want them to give us some new trinkets. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it would be fun to have some trinkets. It would be even better if we could have trinkets that we can customize. But of course, if they just gave us like different trinkets, I guess that could work as well.
Minions, you must perfect the technology to dampen the exobytes. Clear any obstacles to my arrival.
Destroying some of those Quardian exobyte interference devices.
So I guess we're done here.
Profit a bit from this mayhem. Get back to the base to report in.
Let's try and find one of the big guy. Yeah, that would be awesome. Sadly, it's not really an option. PS3 support ends January 31st, so just a few more weeks, and PS3 supports will be a thing of the past. Ah, there it is. I should probably make a proper tank video at some point, but roughly, if you play an ice tank, you can ideally you can almost just cycle through your various shields, and you should be able to survive that way. I don't think there will be big changes thanks to dropping the PS3, but there should be at least a few changes. I don't think we'll have more complex DLCs, but maybe they'll be able to give us more textures, more elaborate styles. Like maybe they were limited in what they could do with some of the styles because of the limitation of the PS3. Oh, let's summon our friends. So as you can see, using your various shield, if you just cycle through your shield, you could almost take down the big Shadow Demon Archon by yourself. Ooh, that was nasty. But as you can see, by myself, it'll take forever to defeat the big guy, so I'm not gonna do it. But just to give you an idea that how you can survive a pretty big opponent by yourself, just cycling through your shields. And of course, if you had a healer or a few... Oh, there's a... Oh, let's see if our friend Vice will give us a hand. Nah. Tomorrow I'll probably try and make a video when I have to do the weekly. The fight against the Shadow can be a pretty long fight, so I'll try to keep that for to save that for tomorrow. Oh, there's another big one. Oh, let's help our friend Supergirl. There's a few iconics that you can help like that. There's a feat if you help like 23 of them or something. It's a pretty big number. Although after a while you kind of know where at least some of them spawn sometimes. But even then, I don't think I have any character that is even close to getting the feat. Hello, Wally West. Yeah, Superboy Prime does look pretty nifty, doesn't he? And of course, make sure to wait until she gives you the little goodbye sign. Oh, Lorgan. Before you leave, to make sure that you get the character for the feat. Well, with a group, it's not so bad, especially if you're the tank. If you're the tank, you can pretty much survive through the whole thing. So you try to keep the shadow on yourself as much as possible, and you hope that the DPS will burn him down quickly enough.
Please, you've got to help.
You could almost solo the darn thing, but it would take a long time, let's say. But if you're really desperate, if you cannot find a group, then soloing them with your tank is probably the better option. Because if you're like a controller and you cannot find a group, well, there's nothing you can do. You cannot solo the shadow if you're a tank or a DPS. I'm not sure if you can do it as a healer. Hello, Al. So if you're a bit desperate, you can pretty much just solo the shadows with your tank. If you really cannot find a group. But if you're any other role, you pretty much have to find a group. I'm in the PvE phase. I'm on the US server if that's what you're asking. Although you can see there are still people who are shouting for the Shadow Demons. But ideally, you don't want to wait too long. You want to do those the day of the reset, maybe the next day. After that, it gets a bit exhausting trying to put a group together. Although, again, if you're depending on the role you're playing, if you're playing a tank, you can pretty much solo the darn thing. So if you're playing a tank, all you really need is one, maybe 2 DPS to help you to do extra damage, so that the fight doesn't last forever. Or if you can have a healer, the healer will keep you alive and you keep the Archon on yourself. And sadly, after doing those missions, we could actually purchase the gloves, but I already have the gloves. So the gloves and the boots is all I have right now. So we're gonna wait for probably the shoulders next time. I guess we'll have to see. Hello, Adrian. Right now we're playing a few anniversary event mission with our evil Superboy Prime. I guess it's time to go back to the base. There's a rumor that we're going to get the Dark Knight's metal emblems. I have no idea if it's true or not, but there's a rumor about that. The one thing I do know, I probably should have made a video about that, but well. From what I understand, starting tomorrow, we're going to earn double marks of victory with pretty much any missions. At least from what I understand. So tomorrow, we should start earning double marks of victory, and it should be like that until the end of January, from what I understand. That's only one of the things we're going to get thanks to the anniversary event. Thanks to the anniversary. And again, rumor is that some people are saying that tomorrow we're going to get the Dark Knight's Metal emblem for the anniversary. Is it true? Is it not true? I have no idea. So again, we're going to find out tomorrow. So tomorrow morning after reset, odds are I'll probably make a video about whatever we'll get tomorrow. Hello, Quan. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do. So let's put that here. So basically what I've been doing, I've been farming and farming and farming for collections. And I'm giving them to my main character, hoping that I'm going to be able to complete one of the collections. Well, let's give him also the Paradox time capsules. Sadly, I haven't been able to complete a single collection just yet. I could try, but I don't have that much available time. And it depends how much you want how high you want to level it up. I could probably help you gain a few levels, but I don't think I could help you go from level 5 to combat training to 100. Let's hope we don't crash. Sadly, the game has been crashing sometimes when I try to exit the anniversary event mission or map. The anniversary event collections. I've been trying to complete those. And I know it's not true. I was able to complete one, but I had to buy like the last one I needed from the broker. So we do have 3 time capsules, so we'll probably try and open those. Let's start by selling our collection. Any ideas? Absolutely not. Oh, I have to invite our friend Fireman's up. So just give me a sec. Oh, I guess I'll have to go to recent texts. I could. It takes. It's not very quick to go from 140 to 200. It depends on. You have to basically purchase the Allman set of gear. Is it the Allman? No, it's even before the Allman. That's even worse. Yeah, getting from 184 to 200 is a bit difficult. Unless you get unless you get lucky with the gear you get from the vault, I suppose. So basically, for the past week, I've been playing and playing the event missions with a whole bunch of my characters. Then I've been giving the collections to my Multiverse character, either to try and complete the collections or to sell on the broker. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of lag. Come on, come on. There we go. Lots of people are using the broker today. So if you try to use a broker, be very, very careful because there is a bit of lag. So it would be very easy to do one click too many and delete an important item, or to do one click too many and sell an item for $1. So be extra careful. I probably need the rare ones, but yeah, sure, I'll give me 1 second. So we got a collector capsule. We got a piece of gear. Now we got 2 collector capsule. So let's take a look at the gear first. The gloves again. Oh well. And let's see for this one here. Let's go for the oxygen tubing. Let's take a look. I'm going to consume it, but I'm curious to see how much it actually is worth on the broker. The move would have been to check both collections to see which one was more valuable, but $1,000,000. $1,200,000, not too bad. So as you can see, I'm barely starting with the collections, so I don't have all that much with the time capsules, obviously. Let's go with this one. Hi, Multiverse. So for the collections, what am I missing? I'm missing quite a lot, I guess. For the event collections, like the only one I was able to complete is this one, which basically only gives, I think it's like 5 marks of victory, so it's a little pointless. The one I'm really trying to complete is the source. From what I understand, it gives us the New God's Aura, if I'm not mistaken. So this is the one that I'm trying to complete, and sadly, I've done the daily mission quite a lot, and I don't think I got a single collections from that from the source and the daily collection. I'm good. I'm good. As for other collections that I'm trying to complete, let's take a quick look. As you can see, lots of collections. So the Exobitin, I only have one of those. The Antimatter, I have 2 of those. And the Bottle City, I have 2 of those. So the Bottle City, we can see that it's probably for the material. So the Brainiac material, you're going to need to gather the Bottle City. For what is the aura, the antimatter aura, I think it's called. Obviously, this is what we need. And this is going to give us the Exobyte inspired set of gear. Basically, they've made 2 pieces of gear that are inspired by the Exobyte. It's a helmet and it's a pair of gloves. The best place to buy cheap aura? The broker. The broker or the marketplace. It depends what you consider cheap. Like, let's look at the auras just for fun. The lockbox, they drop every 6 hours or so. Or unless if you mean the time capsules drops every 20 minutes. I'm very excited for the Flash to come back, for Supergirl to come back, from Legends of Tomorrow to come back. I'm excited about all those shows. I pretty much enjoy all those shows, despite even some of their flaws. I really enjoy those TV series. I wish they had less teen drama and that they were a bit less agenda driven. But other than that, I really enjoy those show a lot. Yeah, the event being loot lock weekly, that's sad, but what can you do? At least there's a handful of missions that we can do daily, and the reset is tomorrow or tonight. So tomorrow we should be able to do the weekly once more and get a whole bunch of Quadrant Crowns. It's okay, Phil. I didn't expect you to. It's on each individual character. So let's say I play Multiverse for 19 minutes, and then I play Superboy Prime for 19 minutes, and then I play Supergirl for 19 minutes. Then as soon as I log in with Multiverse, if I play 1 more minute and then I defeat an enemy, I will get a time capsule. That's basically, if you guys have been wondering how I'm able sometimes to farm for time capsule very quickly the day the time capsules come up, and I'm able to get 10, 12, 20 of them very quickly. Usually that's what I do. I'll log in with one character that I didn't log in for a while, and I'll go defeat an enemy, and they'll give me a time capsule right away. Usually I'll use like characters that I know I've played with, that I've played with where I was just redecorating my base or doing something where I wasn't fighting any enemy. I already have a Phantom character. Let's show it off a bit. Like, I do have a Phantom. Sadly, the name The Phantom was taken when I created this character, so I had to cheat a bit, and I had to pretty much use the French equivalent of the Phantom. Yes. So each character, it's 20 minutes per character. So if I log in with let's say I was with Multiverse for 19 minutes, and then I come here and I play with the Phantom for, let's say, 19 minutes. If I go back with the Multiverse, if I play one more minute and I defeat an enemy, I'm going to get the oh, Phantom of the Opera. No, I have the Ghost who Walks, the Phantom. I thought this was the Phantom you meant. But come on, this is much better than the Phantom of the Opera. Come on. The PS3 being shut down, that was to be expected. There's no way they were going to keep on supporting the PS3 forever. So the real thing wasn't if they were going to if they were going to shut it down or not. The thing was it was just a matter of when they would shut it down. Supergirl or Superman? Oh, let's go with Superman. So style DCUO, basically as soon as you play for 20 minutes with one character, as soon as you defeat one enemy, you get a time capsule. And again, it's per character. Let's go to the Watchtower. Oh, it's okay. It's something you would realize anyway as after playing for a bit. Like at some point, if you have a lot of characters like me, like sometimes I'll play a character just for a bit. I'll get a time capsule right away. I'll play another character for a bit. I'll get the time capsule right away, and that's pretty much when I noticed how often we could actually get time capsules, and how we could get time capsules for each characters. So usually, if when there's a new time capsule like today, I'll log in with a character that I know that hasn't that I played a bit with, but that I did not defeat enemies with for a bit. And hello, Kazirus. So I'll log in with a character that I know I did not defeat an enemy with for a while. I'll go out of my base, defeat the first enemy I see, get a time capsule, then I log out, log in with another character that I know did not defeat an enemy in a bit, log out, log in, and rinse and repeat until I have a little stack of time capsules. Pretty cool, Green Lantern.
Take the antimatter technology away from the Cordians. It will slow down their advance and allow us to study it so that we can find an edge in stopping the anti-monitor. Get to the science spire.
I don't think they'll ever add customizable sidekick. What I think they'll do is that they'll add sidekicks like the LexCorp robot. I think they'll add sidekicks that are different sidekicks, but that they're going to be set in stone. I'm not sure. They're going to be pre-made sidekicks. So we're going to have, let's say, a variety of different sidekicks, but we won't be able to customize them. Like basically, there is another sidekick we can get, which is the LexCorp sidekick. Let's hope the game doesn't crash. If the game crashes, I'm very sorry. It should still be maybe in feature, is it? Oh yeah. Like here we have the... No, maybe I should buy this. Like here we have the starter pack by LexCorp. It does give us a LexCorp sidekick. So I think that's how we're going to be able to get different sidekicks. I don't think we're going to be able to customize the sidekicks, but I think that as time goes by, they will give us other options in order to be able to have different sidekicks. The same with the backups. I don't think we'll ever be able to customize the backups, but I think they will add more and more backups as the game progresses. Like at some point last year, they gave us the Weaponaries backups. Not too long ago, they gave us the Manbat backups, like the Manbat Commandos backups. The anniversary, I have no idea really what we're going to get. The one thing I know we're going to get is that we're going to get double marks of victory for like from tomorrow until the end of January, something like that. So for about roughly 2-3 weeks, we're gonna have double marks of victory. I don't think I have all the. Oh yeah, I guess I'm done. Could have sworn I still needed to defeat some Guardians. Oh well. Well, obviously I wish they give us the Dark Knight's metal emblems tomorrow. Although, truth be told, I really wish they would give us a Superman emblem, or even better, a Batman yellow oval emblem. But I strongly doubt they would ever do that. Well, I strongly doubt they'd do that at least tomorrow. Maybe someday, but not tomorrow. Like another thing I wish we would have is a cowl, not unlike the Batman Beyond one, but where we have like the mouth open so that we can recreate the Batman, the classic Batman from the 70s, 80s. From what I understand, apparently they are giving free membership. There are people supposedly got free membership. There are people who are saying that it's not an accident. It was on purpose. I have no idea to know if it's true or not. So if you're a free player or a premium player and you suddenly have a free membership for some reason, it's not a glitch. I think it's on purpose. But the truth is, I have no idea if it's true or not.
You will not stand in the way of my vengeance.
So let's summon our little friend. I don't think they would let us wear 2 Green Lantern rings, but who knows. The free membership, I suspect 1 month. They did that like, I don't know, 5 years ago. At some point they had given 1 month of membership for free to people for like Christmas or something. Well, I think it was one month for free to people who had already been legendary players or something like that. I forget. But they did try that in the past, and for some reason they didn't do that again afterwards. I guess it didn't produce the result they were hoping for. It could be. It could be that they'll decide to wait literally for the anniversary of Superman.
Only to assimilate.
Which reminds me, like some of you guys have been asking for a new video about the Superman emblem, so I should probably produce that
Let's play a little game. It's called
maybe later tonight, but probably more like tomorrow. Thank you, Battle. It's always appreciated. I know that a lot of YouTubers, all they really do is complain and complain about the game. So I can easily understand why you would say that. Yeah, sorry, Kazaris. There's no miracle. But yeah, I wish they would give us a Superman emblem before that. But what can you do? I should probably tweak my loadout a bit. I need one more power, one more offensive power, I guess, if it makes any sense. And if you guys are wondering about the black look of my Superman, I saw this statue that had pretty much this look, and it looked really awesome. It was like a new 52 version of Superman with pretty much that look. The one distinction was he was actually using the Stalwart Defender boots in red, I think, but I decided to go with the tall classics instead. But other than that, it was pretty much this look. I thought it was pretty cool looking, so I thought I could recreate it with our old friend Superman here. I thought I heard something. I guess not. I only need the Void Essence too. I probably should take the time to farm for cash in order to get it. We'll see. Well, it's what I thought at first, but it was really when I looked closer at the statue. Like I saw like a tiny thumbnail of the statue. Then when I clicked and tried to see a bigger version of the image, it was literally the new 52 Superman. Like it was literally. Let me change my moods, and you'll see exactly what it was. If we go for the Stalwart Defender. Like this was the look of the statue exactly. And I thought it looked really cool. But somehow the red boots bothered me. I'm not sure why. So I decided to go with black boots instead. And black in this universe online looks so good. But yeah, it does have a return, like a death of Superman vibe to it as well, I suppose. But I did not really feel like giving the character a mullet, so I didn't go. I didn't go for that look. But black in this universe online, holy crap, does it look good. And black and red looks especially good. At some point, like about 4 years ago, you couldn't, in the Hall of Doom, the Hall of Doom was filled with people who had black and red costumes. That's how good people thought that black and red looked in this universe online. Like you could not go into the Hall of Doom and not see a handful or two handful or a dozen people in black and red. Hello, Diamond Blade. What did Meps do? Hello, Al. What is it that Meps did that was good? Well, I'm not sure exactly about the free membership, how it works, though. Let me check. Maybe there's a word about it in the announcement section. Like, I know some people thought it was a glitch, but there are other people who were saying that it was done on purpose. No idea if it's true or not. Again, it would make sense. They did do something similar in the past, so it's not impossible that they would do it again. No, I don't think we'll get anything. Sadly, whenever they did something like that, there wasn't any compensation if you were already a member, from what I understand. Although one thing they could do, I suppose, is add a free month to your membership. Like if your membership was ending in 10 months, now it could end in 11 months. That would be nice. But I guess we're gonna have to wait tomorrow to get any detail. Tomorrow they're supposed to be. I suspect there'll be a live stream tomorrow to explain what will happen with the anniversary. Yeah, sadly, just getting the emblem, that's only the first step. Then you have to craft the enhanced version. And ironically enough, at some point, just getting the simple components you needed for the emblem, that was a bit challenging by itself. I guess you could check your membership when it expires. So depending on when you renewed your membership, you can do the math and see if you have an extra month or not. Oh, I forgot one. Oh, I'm so sad. So let's see. So basically with this character, I'm trying to 106. I'm still far from being able to purchase all friend crypto, but we'll get there. Maybe tomorrow. You have to go into your PlayStation information, and you have to go into the information about your accounts or your DCUO accounts. It's been a while since I did that, so from memory I don't really remember. Sadly, the only real tip to get higher is to increase the quality of your gear. So trying to get higher level gear. At 140, I would have to check which missions you have to play. Let me check. And also which gear you have to purchase.
Those devices are a danger to everyone, seeing as how you exabyte-enabled heroes are the key to pushing...
I don't think I'll ever do a face reveal, but I have no idea. Maybe someday. It's not really in the plans. I'm not saying it'll never happen. I'm not really planning on doing it. So let's see, at 140. So obviously at 140 you have a little choice but to play tier 7 missions. So do Deep Desire and Science Spire as often as you can. And of course do whatever duo you can as often as you can. One other thing you can do also, you can play the Earth 3 mission through the Events tab. Like if you look through the Events tab. You can also play the Earth 3 event. So you should be able to get at least some gear from those missions. And the same if you play in the Earth 3 map, and you can purchase some gear from the Earth 3 vendor. No, the Batman Beyond capsules are no longer dropping. If you want the Batman Beyond capsules, you have to buy them from the broker. But if you're looking for the Batman Beyond gear, I would strongly suggest don't get the capsules, get the gear itself. And unless you're looking for something that is only in the capsules. My main character is 200 something. Not sure exactly. Now let's go check. First, let's put this here. Oh, and I got this. Oh yeah. So let's go see our main character. The highest is 228 if I'm not mistaken. 280 is if when you go to the events map. The events map raises your combat rating to 280, but that's not the actual. That's not really the highest combat rating. The highest is like 228, from what I understand. And to get the highest combat rating, you have to have the all-man set of gear, the elite version. So you need the complete elite version, and you need a couple of omnipotence pieces of gear with that, and that should bring you to 228, from what I understand. They don't stop dropping time capsules. They just stop dropping the oldest one. Like right now, what's dropping is the Paradox time capsule. If you want the Gotham time capsules, let's take a quick look. I'm not sure why. One letter too many. Ah, come on. That should do it. There you go. So if you want the Gotham Time Capsule, you have to buy them from the broker. As you can see, if you buy them one by one, it's about 14,000. The highest elite raids have you're so sweet, sorcerer. So if we look, let's look at a stack of Gotham Time capsules. So a stack of 10 for 150,000. So again, yeah. So ideally, either you buy them one by one or you try to find a stack at a good price. Sometimes you'll find a stack for cheaper than if you buy them one by one. It depends. You have. I often say that about the broker, but you have to go to the broker any chance you get. If you're really looking for something specific, or if you're really looking to make some cash in this universe online, you have to play the broker. And to play the broker, you have to go to the broker as often as you can. So the more often you go to the broker, the more you have a chance to get a good deal. Like here, you could get 164 Gotham Time capsule for 2 million. Uh, Relatively speaking, it could be a good deal. I guess I would have to do the math if we buy them individually, how much it would cost. But then again, like compared to 1 million for 70, 3 million for 100, 164 seems to be a good deal. So either you get the stack of 164, or you buy them one by one at 14,000 a pop. As for the Beyond style, let's take a look. No. Could have sworn this was the Beyond High Tech. Well, let's take a quick look at the Beyond gear. Oh, that will help a bit. So you can see the Beyond belt is still fairly cheap, relatively speaking, of course. 500,000 for the belt. It's not that much, all things considered. 225 for the gloves, that's a good deal. The cowl at 10 million is the expensive part. But I'm not surprised that the cowl is that expensive. It's probably one of the more in-demand item. The jacket at 3 millions, I'm very, very surprised. If you need the jacket, at even better, 2.22222, buy it. At that price, it's a really good price. I'm very tempted to buy it myself, so buy it before I buy it. 500 for the leggings. Yeah, that's a good price. For the shoulders. Oh, these are the plans, not the same. $850 for the shoulders. Sadly, there's no back piece. Oh, I'm so sad. I guess the back piece are probably as expensive and as rare as the headpiece. So no real surprise there. But again, for the chest piece at 2.2 million, this is a really good price. I am very, very tempted to buy it. Luckily, I don't really need it, so I'm not going to buy it just yet. And the one thing I always try to look for is the Stalwart Defender chest. I still need it on a handful of characters. Holy crap. And I got it. Oh yeah. At 1.5 million, that was really cheap for the Stalwart Defender chest. So ideally, look at the broker, look at what's there, and try to find something at a good price. Like the Stalwart Defender chest at 1.5 million, that is a good price. I was a bit surprised to see that it was still there. And now, here comes the dilemma. I have Superboy Prime needs the Stalwart Defender chest, but also my Ultraman needs the Stalwart Defender chest. So I have no idea which character I'm going to give it to. We'll see. What say you? Should I give it to Ultraman or should I give it to Superboy Prime? The negative armor? Like that one? Sure, you can get the speed metal chest as soon as I get it. Like the negative, that's a material. I assume you mean the negative speed force? No, I don't. I don't have. I have only 3 pieces so far. So I'm sorry for you. So basically, this is the negative speed force, but it's a material. I should give it to Ultraman? Oh, okay. I'll give it some thoughts. So this here, you get it from the I forget which time capsule. You get it from. I probably have still a whole bunch of time capsule here. There you go. You get it from the Team Up time capsule. You can see it's the negative Speed Force material collection. Sadly, it's the rare collection from the bunch, so you have to be really lucky in order to be able to get it. Or you have to buy it from the broker, and it's fairly expensive. Let's go into. No problem. I'm not sure if I need to uncheck this, but let's be sure. So you can see the negative Speed Force material is 95 million right now. It's fairly pricey. Oh, the force field material already 130 million. I guess I should not be surprised. The chrome material is fairly cheap, 53 million. The Phoenix material went down in price a bit, which is welcome because it's very expensive. The Time Torn material, Pove Time Torn, it's really not expensive. And the Void, 94 millions. Yeah, the Void and the Phoenix and all that, it's all the same thing. Basically, roughly, you can really get only 3 materials with one character. So you can see right now I have the Negative Speed Force, the Time Worn, or the Stealth. If I was to get a 4th material, I would have to replace the Stealth with something else. And I have to admit, I'm curious right now to see. Let's see if we can. Let's replace a piece here. Right now, for the speed metal, all I have is the belt, the legs, and the arms. So these are what I have right now. Let's remove the material just to take a quick look. Ooh, that's the Speed Force is made of kittens? Maybe. So sadly, this is all I have for the speed metal style. I only have the hands, the belt, and the pants. And you can see they've added some shiny bits, even on the like. This is the regular version. It's not even the enhanced version, and it already has a few shiny bits to it. But once I manage to get the whole style, you can be sure I will make a video about it just for you guys. The next Batman story I have, ideally a good story, but we never know. The rumor was that they were going to make a story that happened in Arkham Asylum, where we would literally see pretty much the entire Batman's Rogues Gallery, where Batman would have to fight all his enemies. Like he would be trapped in Arkham Asylum, and he would have to try to escape, and then he would fight enemies one after another. I guess they were trying to reproduce the success of the Arkham Asylum game. But honestly, if they give us a good story with a good Batman, I'll be a happy guy. Sadly, they're trying to make those artsy fartsy movies. They're trying to also make those subversive movies for sometimes. So I'm not too crazy about that. So I'm a little worried. Ideally, if they can give us a real Batman movie with the real Batman character, as opposed to trying to come up with some alternate version of Batman that's a crazy psychopath who actually kills people or something. If they just give us a good regular Batman story, I'll be a happy guy. I won't be too demanding this time because they're really struggling right now with the DC movies. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. But they got a from what we understand, they're making quite a few changes on with the higher ups of the DC movies. So we're gonna have to wait and see. Well, that seems to be what they were trying to do, and sadly, the success of the Arkham games and the success of Injustice 2 pretty much made them think that they should go darker. and they should be more edgy and darker, and it's as if they were trying to appeal to the audience of those games. And they I don't know, they pretty much mishandled the character thanks to that, which is why we had the mess we just had with the last few DC movies. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see what the new. Basically, they're putting in place new people at the top, and you can be sure that those new peoples will probably replace a few of the peoples underneath them. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see for that. So I guess that's going to be it for now, guys. So again, today we had the new Paradox time capsules. Sadly, I only have a couple of emblems. I only have a couple of pieces for the Red Death style. So as soon as I manage to get all the emblems, I will make a video to show you guys all the emblems. As soon as I get all the Red Death style, I will make a video to show you all the Red Death style. And probably other stuff if I manage to get them too. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see for that. So that's it for now, guys. So as always, thanks for watching. Thank you, Phil. Thanks for watching. And as always, hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.